morning. You're watching FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. I'm at Surfaces 2024, and I'm in the Cali space, and I'm with Doug Jackson, the CEO. How you doing, Doug?
I'm doing great, Kemp. Thanks for being here today, and I hope you know how much we appreciate all you do for us.
Listen, I appreciate you saying that. I also appreciate the fact we're standing up.
We are standing up.
Last year, we had to sit down because you'd had both knees done, right?
Yeah, it's been about 12 months now. I had double knee replacement, and it was a journey. I don't know if I recommend it for anybody, but I'm glad it's behind me.
So I didn't have trouble finding you this year. You're in a massive space, and it's because you're growing, right?
We are growing. It's the industry doesn't need another distributor, and we're trying to create a brand. And we've got a marketing team and a product team that's very focused on creating differentiation and giving our customers something different, and not in this wonderful industry that looks a lot alike.
So you're going to diversify, is what you're saying by that. You're not going to just be a LVT guy or a one horse pony, right?
Yeah, Kemp. I guess it's been about 7 years when we first sat down and talked when I came on over to Cali. We were Cali Bamboo, and we were mostly bamboo, transitioned into SVP. From SVP, we'd started getting into the wood business a little bit, and now we're going to talk about wood, vinyl, WPC. We're going to talk about laminate. We're in the turf business. We've got a wonderful rug collection and decking. And we're standing here in front of our newest display, which is kind of a story around all of that. You'll see in this display, you've got SPC and WPC laminates, you've got woods, and you've got other laminates, you've got beautiful visuals, and then some great storyboards to talk about color. And it's all about the environment we live in. Our environment talks about our serene sands and our grays, and we are inspired and inspire our customers with that environment we live in, and that's where we get our color lines from.
Some people would call these design boards. I mean, you really do. I mean, people buy flooring because of what it looks like, and you're putting together some suggestions of things that work together, right?
That's exactly right, Kemp. I think it's hard for the typical person to imagine how is that going to look in my environment, and by putting some of that together, I think it helps ease that consumer and that RSA into that conversation.
So you started with bamboo, you got into LVT, then you got into hardwood. You're also in the grass business. I've missed some categories. Fill them in.
We do some decking. We obviously have got some rugs as well.
Rugs.
I think what we're most excited about is our hardwoods and where we can go with that. We think that space is looking for some branding, and we're excited to dive head into it.
Yeah, and you know why you like that? It's because that's a natural product, and there's a lot of people that are maybe thinking about, especially the millennials, they're thinking about maybe I'm going to put a sustainable floor in, right?
Great comment. So we were rooted in sustainability, and as we were growing and we were thinking about that, and we didn't want it to become some buzzword, and we played a lot with this idea of being authentic, and the simply authentic, and we took sustainability into authenticity, and saying if we can be authentic to our environment and the world we live in and the generations we want to leave behind it, that's our story in sustainability, and it's super excited about it.
One thing I want to cover is a lot of people, when they were thinking about carrying Cali, thought, wait a minute now, that's a direct consumer line. They can buy that floor right on the internet. But you've actually solved any concerns about that, haven't you?
I think we've solved most concerns about that. We are certainly not for everybody, and when somebody gets to know us and understands how we go to market and why we go to market, they realize we're an advantage and a lead generator, and we are part of their brand, and we're a sub-brand of their brand and part of their story. I think there's still people that think, well, I'm selling against my competitor, and I respect that opinion. It's not true. There's a lot of industries, Apple, Nike, Tommy Bahama, Ralph Lauren, that have retail stores, sell in Nordstrom's and sell direct and online. And our industry's ready for that. They're ready for a brand that can hold market and hold value, that we aim to be our retailer's most profitable supplier. And one of the ways we do that is by having a relationship with the consumer.
It's called channel discipline. It's easy to do, you know, as long as you don't undercut the price for one versus the other, and the consumer can shop it or buy it anywhere they want to. It works, right?
It works. It creates ease with the consumer, confidence with the consumer. So much of this private label noise out there creates confusion and distrust. Our brand is our brand. It's the same name wherever you find it, and it's about transact where you're most comfortable. And most of the time, that's with our retailers.
So people watching this video are seeing two guys here that are pretty comfortable with each other because we've known each other for a long time. And we could be standing here blowing hot air and saying, you're growing and aren't you great? But actually, I want to just give credence to it. You're owned by Victoria, a publicly traded company based in the UK, okay? Right. They're the largest maker of carpet in Europe, right. Okay? And you're their piece over here, the way they get to market over here in the United States, and you've got great backing. And I was at the CCA Global meeting last week, and I ran into CCA, Carpet One guy, and he was talking to another guy. I just sat down at the table, and he was talking about his new products that he was selling in multifamily, and it was all Cali, and he was thrilled. And so, I mean, I'm hearing you out there a lot.
Well, thank you, and let me first address the comfort issue. We've gone back a long way. I can tell a funny story about us being out together at a dinner and my wife walking through a screen door and Kemp had to pick her up, but we'll save that for another conversation. But yeah, I mean, the idea is that when you get to know us and get confidence in us, we can be part of your business. Every retailer wants a supplier they can crate spec, hold spec, and close spec, and make good profit on it. And I think we give them the best chance to do that. And we are owned by a public company. We've been there now about 2.5 years. I think they're very happy with us. It's trying times, but I think they see our future and our opportunity. I had dinner with them last night, and they're go Cali go. So we're excited, and we like our future.
Okay, Doug, it was good to spend time with you.
Jim,
Thanks for spending time with our audience. Again, we're talking to Doug Jackson, the CEO of Cali, and you've been watching Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.